Welcome to the Tripod Sports Podcast. My name is Castle, and with me are Catman and Chappers. And this is episode 66. We've got a busy week for you, but first, you know that noise. It's our familiar sound of our great music from Red Gold Green. All right, guys, just a few housekeeping things. We want to give a shout out to some new listeners that we've got that we've kind of made some, talk to this week. We've got Will out in New York. Forrest, our boy Forrest in Austin's listening to us now.
Forrest is listening?
Yeah, he actually made a comment about the episode where you were talking about hanging yourself with corn husk from tamales. And I can't remember what the comment was other than... you should eat the tamales before you hang yourself with the corn husk because then you at least have good tamales in your belly.
God, see, I just bring such a wide berth of listeners by my ridiculous antics and talking about offing myself.
You do. Also from Austin, we've got Acton. Yeah, that's a mouthful there. Also from Austin is Acton. Jeez. And then last but not least, Tyler out in Charleston. Tyler's here, every now and then kind of listener, but he's gearing up. I think he's ready to be a guest in the next week or two. Neat. So we'll have to have him on as well to talk some shit. I think he really wants to hop in the springtime around the Masters so that we can talk some golf with him.
I thought you were going to say baseball. I was like, don't bother.
Yeah, no, everybody knows no baseball. We also want to give yeah, fuck baseball. Long-time listeners, though. Troy in Arkansas. Brent in Wisconsin. Homeboy, I thought you were gone. Then all of a sudden I get a random notification about you listening to us on a Friday afternoon, and it made me so happy. And then last but not least, everyone else that listens despite not hitting us up on Facebook or Twitter, we do appreciate you guys, so thank you for doing that. And I guess shameless plug there. We are on Facebook, Tripod Sports, and then our Twitter account is tripod_sports, and I think that's it, guys, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. We don't have a Instagram account, nor do we want one at this time. So, no. All right, leading it off, Terry Glenn died. Catman, what happened here? I know he was in an accident. Do we know anything else?
No. His car hit a concrete barrier, from what I understand. The driver was expelled from the car. I'm assuming that's Terry Glenn because he died.
Wear your fucking seatbelts, people.
Yeah, the passenger
suffered
injuries. That's all the information they've released. They didn't even actually say the driver was Terry Glenn. They just said the driver was expelled from the vehicle and died. So I'm just putting two and two together, essentially. So that sucks. He's only 43. Yeah, so wear your fucking seatbelt. That also is really important. Whether I don't know, I don't know if they're doing a talk screen or whatever. So that's all we know at this point.
Weird.
Not cool. People dying sucks.
Yeah, people dying does suck. Let's get on to some other automotive-related news. Martin Truex Jr. won the championship last night.
God.
You know who wears his seatbelt?
Martin Truex Jr. He really does.
He does. That was a hell of a race. The last 10 laps, I thought Kyle Busch was going to catch up to him.
I really thought he was, too. I thought it was over. I almost was kind of cursorily still watching because I'm like, oh, that race car is covered made 9 seconds up in not a very long amount of time. I have a feeling he's going to catch and outrun Truex, but Truex did what he's done all year on mile and a halfs, and that's just fucking win. 7 out of 8 victories this year on mile and a half tracks. So
I mean, he did kind of catch him, didn't he? And
he ran him down.
He ran him down, but never got on his back bumper or anything. I mean,
No, he closed the gap to about 0.4 of a second, and then just couldn't run him down the rest of the way.
like he was trying to go high, he tried to go low, but it seemed like Truex just kind of held his line, and that was the fastest way around the racetrack. And Busch, like Rowdy, tried to match him and just couldn't get around him.
What about Kyle Larson holding back there at the end?
I mean, do we know that he was? Did he actually say anything?
I mean, he said that he wasn't, but it really seemed like there were a few times he got up on Rowdy Cal's bumper and just backed the fuck off.
I don't. I mean, I understand you don't want to be a part of the championship in a negative way if you're not actually in the championship for. And Kyle Larson has never struck me as like a pile of shit, so I'm not at all surprised. And if he did, that's good for him. I mean, I think I'd like to think that if he had a chance to win the race, he'd go out and race, not put anybody into the wall, but at the same time, I'd like to think he would have just gone out there and raced. But whatever.
Well, yeah, and you gotta flip the script too. Like if Kyle Larson's probably thinking, well, if I was up there, I would be really pissed off if some like guy who wasn't in the chase like came up and passed me.
I'm sure, but at the same time, I'd like to think that they all understand that they're going out there to win regardless of. And I mean, Kyle Larson's been so good. He's been the only guy that's been able to compete with Truex in 1.5-mile tracks. So, whatever. I don't have that much of an opinion on it. Good for him if he did. If not, I don't really care.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was, regardless, I mean, the race ended the way it did. I don't think he would have affected it all that much.
All right. Well, we officially have 90 days until the 2018 Daytona 500. I myself, Castle, will be there, and we are, the Queen and I are going to be possibly camping at the campground. We might just grab a hotel room. We're not sure yet, but I think we're planning on camping. So if anybody decides they want to come with us, they want to just meet us there, you're more than welcome to come join us. And that's mostly directed at Troy in Arkansas. But anybody's welcome, really. So let's get to the moment that Chappers is waiting for, and I think the only reason he actually still comes around, the breaking news segment of the Brown Zone 16 report.
Good evening. The Browns are 0-10. It wasn't so much an incredible game to watch, but they did Browns it. They had a chance to win late, as they usually do, and Deshaun Kaiser got his ass beat down, and there was a fumble return for a touchdown. Interesting news, though. I'm reading this article here that's showing that the Browns actually aren't eliminated from playoff contention. They just need 46 things to happen, including 2 ties.
Didn't they technically rule him out?
No.
Oh.
They need 46
They're not
things to happen. They're not mathematically eliminated from postseason play.
Okay.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's like more good for the Browns or just like really bad for the AFC.
Well, I mean, it's not going to happen.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I mean, we've seen crazier things. We did have 2 ties in 1 year. What was that, 2 years ago?
I mean, Jim Harbaugh does have a wife, so.
Oh, we're getting the zingers in early, guys. Let's talk some NFL for a second. The Patriots curb stomped the Raiders in Mexico City, which that was impressive.
Well, yes, the Raiders aren't very good.
Yeah, they're bad.
I mean, what happened?
They let go of their offensive coordinator?
Nah, come on. That doesn't explain it.
I mean,
so what does, Chappers?
I don't think it's like negligible.
I mean, their offense. No, it's not negligible, but that doesn't even begin to explain what's going on. I think they've had some injury issues, and I think their offensive line play has declined significantly. They've also had some dropped passes, and Derek Carr is just not looking quite the same.
Yeah, it looks like he
back issues that they just like aren't acting like he
Might.
has.
He might, man. I mean, that transverse process fracture is a huge deal. I mean, Tony Romo was sidelined, what, like 6 weeks when that happened to him? Or
I
4
don't
weeks?
understand why you would play with that, but whatever.
I mean, I totally agree with you there. So,
Yeah, one of the reasons why the NFL has been such a clusterfuck this year is there are 10 starting quarterbacks that have at one point or another missed an entire game or more.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, like, it's been a brutal year for starting quarterbacks, and the quality of play in the league has definitely suffered. And, like, every game's kind of a crapshoot now.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't have a good reason.
Let's take a look at the dumpster fire of the week, though. The Packers versus the Ravens.
Oh, God.
I mean, that was a fucking curb stomping, and I should have gone with my gut last week when I was thinking Ravens in the first place, and I didn't, and I paid for it, and the Packers made me look like an idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
just
not
never
great.
know what you're going to get with them. That's
And
I don't think that they are just that bad. I just don't think they like play
I mean-
consistent.
Right. Well, I mean, you can say that of a lot of teams, but like the thing is their defense didn't play poorly. I mean, like they gave up 26 points, but 7 of those were like the Ravens getting the ball on the 3-yard line.
Did they have a defensive touchdown yesterday?
No, but there was the one that was close. The guy got tackled on like the 2 or 3-yard line.
Right.
And they just
Well,
ran it in. And they were on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, turned the ball over 5 times. They were on the field the whole entire time. Like starting field position for the Ravens was was just ridiculous. And their defense, so the defense didn't even play that poorly, but like they had nothing going on offense. They had a great first drive going, and then Hundley just made a really stupid mistake and threw an interception on 2nd and goal from the 5. And it was just the offense was just completely downhill from there.
All right, so I've got a question here, and we've already discussed the incompetency of the front office by not securing a backup that's going to be
Passed
good
on
enough.
a trade for Brent Hundley, I found out today. Like before the season started, they passed on a trade.
I'm sure they I'm sure they got offers. Like it depends on how much. I still think he's going to be an okay quarterback. It's just like he's just not there yet. He's slow in his reads. That's the problem. It's not like he has all the skills you need to be a good quarterback, but he's slow in his reads, and for a lot of guys it just takes a long time to be able to trust your reads. And like the results can be pretty awful.
So, I mean, but let me, I guess, finish my question here. I mean, are we looking at the issue of the front office not finding a guy that was not game ready, but, you know, at least more of a serviceable backup?
Name me, like, more than 2 teams that have one of those guys.
I mean, before the
Blaine Gabbert.
Before the Garoppolo trade, I would have said the Patriots, and then
Cardinals.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett has been pretty. I mean, he hasn't been hot garbage. He hasn't thrown 5 picks in a game, so
It wasn't 5
Has
picks,
he?
but it was 5 turnovers. Like,
The Cardinals.
Okay.
The Cardinals
They had 2
had
fumbles,
not
too.
1, but 2. They had Stanton and Blaine Gabbert.
and then we're finding out that Case Keenum is a competent backup,
Yeah, I mean, like, sure.
and
But, like,
then
you never really know. If you would have told me at the start of this, would you have told me at the start of the season that Case Keenum was a competent backup?
I mean, after like reviewing his play history, his career, you know, where he's made some stops at, and seeing that he got fucked by Jeff Fisher at one point, I totally forgot about that. By the way,
He was the
I think
starter last year.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that somehow. I blacked it out because I hate Jeff Fisher probably. Now that he's away from him, I probably would have told you that, yeah, he's probably going to be a lot better. Just based off of what we saw with Goff.
Right, but like at the beginning of the season, like who would you have traded? Like what backup would you have traded Hundley for other than Garoppolo?
That's a difficult one.
See what I mean? Like it's like you never really know exactly what you're gonna get in those situations, and there's a fine balance between, well, are you gonna sign some like older guy who just like a
wait before the season I would have traded for Deshaun Watson.
Okay, that doesn't count because he was going to be the starter eventually. But yeah, I mean, fair enough.
And that was writing on the wall, and you said it. You know, he was going to be the starter eventually. Everyone knew he had talent. We just didn't know how much talent he had. But I think that would have been a better trade than anything else, other than grabbing, fucking Kellen Moore off the Dolphins practice squad or where the fuck he's been hanging out at.
Right.
So should we just leave the pack dead where they lie here and move on?
Well,
probably.
I mean, yeah.
I would like.
I
thought they might. Well, what's the wild card looking like? I guess that's their only shot.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is like it really depends. Like if Aaron Rodgers is at all capable of coming back in Week 15, and again, it's not likely, but it's possible theoretically. They're going to get their ass beat next week in Pittsburgh, but then they have the Bucs and the Browns, which they can win. I mean, they beat the Bears on the road. So, like, those are winnable games for a Rodgers-less Packers.
Right.
And hypothetically, if Aaron Rodgers came back and they've won out, they'd be 10-6. So that's probably postseason worthy. Now, I'm not dreaming here. Like, this is not like I actually think this is going to happen. The chances of that are very rare. So they're probably dead, but they're not dead.
They're not Cleveland Browns. We need 2 ties to make this work. Dead.
2 ties and.
Do you even want him to come back if they don't have a shot?
I don't.
Well, like, if they don't have a shot, then no. But like, if
they win 2 more games.
Right,
really.
if he can come back and they have 6 losses and it's safe for him to play, or relatively safe for him to play. Yeah, see,
that's the thing.
That's different. Like, that's what I mean. Like, then you're fine. Like, if they have 7 or 8 losses, then definitely 8. If you have 8 losses, why bother? 7's a gray area, and just considering that the wild card in the NFC is just a clusterfuck.
Do you guys want to hear something crazy that's unrelated?
Yeah.
I have the Wild game on in the background. Charlie Coyle is playing. He got put on long-term injured reserve on October 13th for a broken leg, and he is playing hockey again.
I mean, that's an impressive comeback.
Nuts.
Yeah, I'm what was it, a fibula or what was it?
I don't know exactly. I think it was a fibula.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's a tibia or femur, that's not.
No, it definitely wasn't a femur.
Yeah, femur, he'd be out for the year, man.
I just am shocked. I thought I was like blinking for a second.
Yeah, it must be like, not to downplay it because that's still ridiculous.
No, but I mean, still, when so much like, yeah, that's just crazy.
He underwent surgery to repair it, so that probably sped up the healing time there, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Got a rod in there.
I still think that's fucking nuts.
Whenever I think of the rods they put in people's legs, I picture it like the Bowflex
fibula fracture.
I picture it like the Bowflex rods that they like.
Oh, the fucking Bowflex springy thingies, yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit smaller than those.
I know, but like I picture them being made out of the same material for some reason. As stupid as that is.
Get at us.
Yeah, Bowflex. If you're still in existence and not bought out by like 50 other companies, we're in. Let's do
Oh,
it.
they're certainly bought out by like 50 other companies, but like they're a subsidiary, I would think.
All right.
All right, let's talk about the other dumpster fire for a second. The Bucks and the Dolphins this weekend was
God,
truly
that was awesome.
a goddamn dumpster fire.
So good. I love
Jay
watching-
Cutler got his ass whooped.
So he definitely doesn't have a concussion. They just didn't want him to play anymore, right? I mean,
No,
does anyone?
No, dude. Did you see the hit? He's definitely concussed. He
Well,
got
but
Yeah,
like,
that dude was.
how do you
jacked in
measure him for a concussion? That's
He's
my
pro-
question.
He's probably counting in the correct order instead of 1, 6, 14.
Jay, do
36.
you want a cigarette right now? No, he's got a concussion. He has a concussion.
I mean,
I don't
What's
think
a
I'm wrong.
cigarette?
Huh? Yeah, what?
yeah. At that point, Jay's like, "Eh?
Oh,
What's a
poor Jay.
cigarette?"
Poor
Yeah.
Jay.
I mean, I don't want to say the big news there, but Jay Cutler,
Is Matt Moore a
3
serviceable backup?
he is.
Yeah.
I think I said
Just
Kellen
to add
more
him to
earlier.
the list earlier. Okay.
Yeah, I think I said Kellen, but I meant Matt. He threw 3 first half interceptions.
Yeah. Okay. Jay Cutler or Matt Moore? I don't pay that much attention to the game.
Jay Cutler did.
Okay.
He
You know,
does.
so then
that.
he got fucking knocked out of the game, and it was like, thank God, right?
That's why I figured. I didn't know if he actually had a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Jay's had a little. Bit
I had you there. Yeah, he's just looked really bad. Matt Moore finished the game though, and it's not like they did anything with him finishing out, but
no,
I mean,
they didn't
it's
do much.
they're at least moving the offense, moving the ball down
I
the
just
field.
don't understand why they felt the need to bring Jay Cutler in. Like,
Yeah,
Matt
that's-
Moore's fine. It's not like you're going to go anywhere without Tannehill anyway.
Right. That was kind of the. I really do think they were just trying to put fans in seats there
Yeah.
because like Jay Cutler, he's not that good. Maybe they thought he'd be a little bit better, but like he's so unlikable that I think he's a draw. I mean,
Yeah.
people want to see him kind of like sulking on the sideline. It's kind of a comedy act at this point.
Right.
And he's a regardless, he's a big name. People have heard of him before.
Yeah.
So I think I think they're trying to sell tickets. I mean,
Okay.
I don't
I
think
see it. I don't understand. Like, Matt Moore's fine. For you, you're really not. I don't even know. I think it might even be a net gain, to be honest with you.
I don't disagree there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but it's not that much of a drop off. Mainly because Cutler's been just really bad.
Yeah, but I mean, like, isn't that kind of what you expected when you pulled a guy out who, like, he probably was in questionable football shape to begin with? I don't know.
Hold on. All right, so let's shift the conversation here. If you are the Dolphins team owner, are you calling and just clearing house? Do you get rid of Gase? Do you get rid of Sue? Because it's not like he really does anything for that goddamn defense. Is Jarvis Landry worth number one receiver money? Do you let him walk? I mean, like, all that just sounds like let's blow the fucking team up and start over, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't blow it up and start over, but I mean, like, I think Gase has got to go. I don't think he really has that locker room.
It's pretty clear he doesn't.
Right.
You know, at this point, I don't know if you guys saw the Jay Ajayi video, but somebody said to him, dude, we're so happy to have you here. And he said, I'm so happy to be here right now. And there's some comment about not locker rooms, about Miami tagged on at the end there.
Well, that was the other thing is like it was really weird last year with Jay Ajayi and like how he like his playing time was so limited until like Gase was basically forced to play him and then couldn't bench him because he was playing like so ridiculously well. It's like there's some like rumblings there too. Like it is clear that Adam Gase just does not like Jay Ajayi. I don't know why. But, like, the two of them never got along, and it was just kind of... It was really petty for a head coach. You know, like, that's kind of unprofessional if you let it impact
Your
like a
team's
personal
right.
like grudge impact your
game plan.
Yeah, game plan, and then like you had to have thought that had something to do with Ajayi getting traded as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
So like, you know, that's just unprofessional in my mind, and you know, regardless if like even if Jay Ajayi is a piece of work as a head coach, that's just strictly unprofessional to do that, and it also hurts your team. So like that kind of shit, and the, like him going off about how terrible their offense is after every other game. It's like, you know, they brought you in here to do
You're an
something
offensive
about that.
guy, Adam.
Yeah.
That's on you, buddy.
Right. So he's, you know, he's not looking too good right now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anything else we want to talk about from last week
No.
as far as NFL games go?
No.
All right, on to the real stories this week. It is rivalry week, and we know what that means.
It means... What does it mean?
Oh,
It means
It means it's 7:32. Well, 8:32 Eastern, 7:32 Central. And Michigan still sucks. I forgot.
I think you meant Michigan still sucks.
I did. I changed my name on Facebook today.
Catman is no longer his proper name. He is Eichel Jr., and it is hilarious to try and find that shit on Facebook.
It
I
really
know-
is. And yeah, I'm waiting for the year that they lose, and I'm going to have to live with that for 2 months. Because it's really just a reminder every day.
so are you actually Catum?
Catma. No, Catum. No. Catan. Catan.
Catan, sorry.
Wow. That was way harder than it should have been
I
for
know.
all of us.
I almost said Catma. I'm like, no, it's the M, not the N, idiot. But then I
Yeah.
said like Catam instead of yeah. Catum.
I think I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, and it's going to be a Settlers of Catan board.
That's
to go with
totally
your name.
fair. I would that would be great. All I really want for Christmas is a win on Saturday, though. I'm a little anxious.
I'll do my best. I'm sending good vibes right now.
Yeah,
so.
you're gonna be in that hellhole.
I am. There's a possibility we could end up at the game.
Ha! Oh
Yeah.
God, enjoy that fucking group of swine.
Yeah, some free tickets. I'll let you know if we end up going.
Are you gonna wear Ohio State gear?
No, he won't.
I will wear neutral colors to the
I
game.
think that's probably best.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to go there. Like, I being an Ohio State fan, still, like, part of me desperately wants to go there more than anything in the whole world. And the other part of me would really have a difficult time opening my car door and stepping out, like, into the sunlight or whatever the fuck weather is there in all my gear. Like, my balls would be tested, I'm sure.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I could walk onto Oklahoma's campus, like walk into their stadium wearing full Texas gear on like an off weekend where they're playing maybe Kansas State or something, and I feel like I could get yeah, that would be testy, but I would do it.
Oh no, I just mean like at the game itself.
Yeah, and that's where it gets weird, right? So like if Texas actually played. Oh yeah, and phone books would work there.
Phone books would have to be the way.
You'd be going through security. They'd be patting you down. Sir, what is on your midsection?
Sure.
Phone books, in case you guys stab me. Thank you.
God.
In case I gotta make a phone call.
But yeah, so we have that game. We also have the Iron Bowl this weekend, which is very exciting. Alabama Auburn. That is going to be interesting. I have a feeling it's probably not going to be as interesting as people think because I think Alabama's still pretty fucking good. But maybe I'm wrong. So
Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I think Virginia Tech will probably. I think Virginia kind of.
That was a joke
this past week.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, Jesus. It's
No,
like,
that
I
was
don't
a
know what
joke,
you
guys.
want me to say. I don't have much to discuss when it comes to Virginia Tech.
How about Wisconsin, Minnesota? I'm looking for Team Chaos to show up and really fuck the
my
Big
God.
Ten here.
That'll be.
Fuck yourself.
I mean,
Dude, it doesn't. It's already conquered, or the Big Ten championship's already set, though.
Yeah.
There's already going to be controversy no matter what happens.
Yeah, but they have to stay focused here. Hornibrook's got to build off of what he was like building in the second half there,
Yeah, they need to like put it on.
because he needs to gain more confidence. Because like if he plays like he did in the second half versus Michigan, they're a good team. They're like in good shape, but I mean, for a while there, it was just kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
He looks like he's got it sorted for the most part.
He can play, but he just makes really terrible decisions sometimes. And
Right.
like, if he's a little bit more confident, I think those terrible decisions will come less often.
Yeah, I agree. I think they need to put it on Minnesota and just be done. Georgia Tech could be interesting.
I think Alabama-Auburn's going to be a lot closer than we think it's going to be.
The numbers would
Yeah.
tell us it might be, but I don't know.
And that would really kind
It
of
is
throw a
in
wrench in
Auburn.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want Auburn to win.
Yeah, because if Auburn wins, I think they might still want to put Alabama in the Final Four.
Yeah.
And so then you'd get two SEC teams in there, and that would really fuck everybody else, mainly the Big Ten.
Mainly the Big Ten, yeah.
What other games? Do we have any other games that we would like to highlight before we move on to the predictions?
No.
Oh, well, I mean, no, but I'm not gonna be done talking yet. We have Washington State versus Washington. I don't care. The Pac-12's a joke. So I'm not done talking about Ohio State and Michigan yet,
Okay, keep going.
because this is the one time of year I get to do this.
Should we get some music for this?
I don't think we really need music. I want to know what you guys actually think. Having watched Michigan last week, do we know what's wrong with Brandon Peters? I didn't look. I'm gonna.
I
Look
don't
right
know what's
now.
wrong with him, but that entire team looks like it needs to be put in a time machine and sent back to the start of the season.
He's
and told to work harder.
Well, I think their defense is good. I think they
Their
were on.
defense is outstanding. Their offensive line is also really good.
Yeah, and he is in concussion protocol, but he's not ruled out.
I think that'll be a big difference because I think if you're playing John O'Korn, you're.
Oh, you just ruin his life.
Yeah, I don't think Michigan has a prayer with John O'Korn, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I would agree with you. I'd like to think that we're good enough to handle that. Brandon Peters, I think, definitely has got that build where he could be a problem, and if he gets on a roll and gets some confidence, he's able to start kind of airing it out. And our secondary has been suspect at best in big football games, so that concerns me. But I really like the way we're playing the last 2 weeks, and it's so frustrating at the same time because I know that's how we could have played against Iowa, so it really sucks, but also I don't care because Iowa's not Michigan, and I want to beat them so bad. And I think JT wants to go out on top. I think it'll be a good football game as usual. I think everyone wants to just give it to Ohio State, big, because they're clearly the better football team right now, but you never know with this game. That's the point.
That is true, and they're playing in Michigan, right?
Yes.
Sorry, you might have said
playing
that.
in Ann
I missed it.
Arbor, that dirty whore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we're looking at getting
She's a
tickets.
dirty
dirty
whore.
My bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I don't know how I feel about this game this year. If Ohio State hadn't dropped 2, then I'd be on board entirely.
Trappers, I want to know your thoughts too.
Like I said, if what's his face? I don't even remember his name. What is his name again?
Brandon Peters.
JT Barrett.
I
Yeah,
keep
that
getting
one.
that mixed up with Peter Men, who I'll talk about in my For Loco update.
Loco update.
Update for Loco. What do you call it? A bid? A bit. A bit. My For Loco
Bit.
Yeah, Yeah, I think with Peters, they've got a shot, but I would still put Ohio State as a fairly strong favorite. With O'Korn, I don't think they have a chance.
I really want to win. God, I hate that fucking place. God,
It is-
fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck, fucker. Oh. I hate Jim Harbaugh.
Jesus.
Sorry.
All right.
Wait, Baker Mayfield, are we going to say anything about that pile of shit?
God, he is just a dumpster fire.
Isn't
and
he
a
just
half
an
of a-
idiot?
Yeah, he's a dumpster fire and a
That's
half
really
of a
all I
human
had
being.
to say. But yeah, he's a moron.
Did you see his strict punishment? He's not going to be a captain, and he's
not gonna
going
start
the game.
Oh, no.
So he's gonna sit for a play. Great.
Yeah. And then Lincoln Riley almost like wept while he was talking about it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? If we don't get in the college
like-
football playoff, I don't care. I want Oklahoma to lose again, and I want a fucking another shot at Oklahoma because they make me mad.
I would love to see there's got to be like a secondary definition of like slap on the wrist in like the dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be it. But we didn't even bring up what he did. He made some lewd gestures, correct?
Well, like, the Kansas players didn't want to shake his hand at the beginning, which, okay, it's
Which that
Kansas.
Yeah, that's really
Like,
douchey too.
It is really douchey, but it's Kansas. I mean, they are like the gum on your shoe. They're the gum in your gym shorts of the Big 12, okay? Like, they are not worth your
Come
time
on your gym shorts.
in your gym shorts. It's a scrotum joke. Like, they're not worth your time. I'm sorry, they're just not. It's like getting upset if Rutgers does something. Who cares?
right.
And then he decided to start jawing at the players all game, which is classic Baker Mayfield, which is whatever. That's fine. I mean, I don't care. But then he starts yapping at the crowd and flicking people off, and it's like... what the
Grabbing his crotch.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Just calm down.
Yeah,
Don't
you
forget
really
the
should
grabbing of the
never-
crotch. Yeah,
You really
that's the
should
big
never
one.
interact with opposing fans.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not a
as
good
a hard
idea.
and fast rule. Just don't do it. They don't exist to you.
Right.
Hold on, but I will say he did yell at somebody, "Go cheer on basketball," and that is the most relevant insult you could have thrown at
Right.
that
He's
crowd.
not wrong, but he just shouldn't do it. I don't disagree. He could say it in the fucking press conference and I wouldn't care.
Right.
Like, they could ask him a question. You were getting a lot of heat from the fans. Oh, well, maybe they should just stick to basketball or cheer on basketball. Okay, then I'd be like, oh, Baker Mayfield making headlines, hot take. Like, I don't care.
Right.
But it's like engaging an internet troll in real life.
Right.
Like, there's nothing to gain from it.
From his perspective, there obviously was, but I mean, the rest of us know there was nothing to gain from that.
Well, and I'm sure
Yeah.
he even knows now that there was nothing to gain from it. But like,
He needs the
to
equivalent of
debate.
the coach that stands behind the coordinators and yanks them back onto the sidelines.
It's just like
Yes.
a babysitter, like Des
Yeah.
Bryant has.
He needs the equivalent of that. He needs a handler. And don't tell me they don't have those in college football. I know they do.
They definitely do.
Absolutely.
Cardell Jones wouldn't.
Yeah,
have
I was
gotten
gonna
through
say. You
school.
mean to tell me Cardell walked around on in public without someone spying his every move?
I don't know. He picked up JT Barrett when he got his DWI.
He really did.
He did do that, and that was.
And then they
probably
were
the
like,
best thing
"God
ever.
damn it! What were we spying the wrong guy?"
Yeah, just continuing JT Barrett's legacy of the longest-lived fucking Ohio State quarterback ever.
If anything, they
He's
probably
got to
had.
be like fucking 32 years old, huh? Like,
I think he's like 25.
Check that motherfucker's birth certificate. That
was-
dude is at least 40.
He's old.
it was a joke. It was a joke.
I'm actually curious. I'm gonna be sad. He's
Get
22. Bullshit. He's only 22.
Yeah, don't believe that.
Cardell's 25 and he's 22. That's weird.
And that's why he called Cardell to come pick him up
Because he was
at
legal
jail.
age.
Yeah.
He's like, Cardell's drunk as fuck, but at least he can legally drive.
Oh man. All right. Are you done with your hot takes here, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm done with hot takes.
All right. Predictions.
I have a hang on. I have a supplemental Browns update. You don't need to do the music or anything, but did you guys see this? There's an ESPN headline here. It says Hugh Jackson on Josh Gordon's return to practice. I get to open a new toy.
Yeah, I saw
It's like,
that.
this is just like Christmas.
I saw that.
Oh God.
He's excited.
I feel I'm really disappointed I didn't see that article prior to my 0-16 watch, but I thought I should share that with our listeners who maybe didn't think they got enough from the 0-16
There's
watch.
never enough.
Never enough. All right. Predictions. Chappers at 81. I'm at 74. Catman's at 74. We had a big movement week last
I'm only
week.
at 74?
Yep.
Did I get everyone right, though?
You missed on the Pats.
Oh, fuck me. All right.
You got everyone right except for the Pats.
I had a good weekend. I had a really good
You had a
weekend.
really good weekend. I mean, you had a 1 out of 4 shot.
That's the
hitting,
first
you know.
time I've ever picked a NASCAR one correct. I probably would have picked him anyway, though, because it's a mile and a half.
Right.
Sorry.
And I brought up the rear with fucking Brad.
Yeah, that wasn't a good play, man. I mean, I like the boldness of it, but it just didn't make sense.
Well, and he put himself in a really good position at the beginning of the race and just couldn't follow through on it.
He just
so
didn't have a very good car. It's too bad.
He didn't. About as good as Junior's car running in 25th. So, all right. NCAA Game of the Week. I think we've got to do Alabama Auburn, and we can also do Michigan Ohio
Yeah,
State.
we're
if you'd
doing
like.
it. We're gonna fucking do it.
Okay. Game of the Week. You guys can decide. Saints versus Rams. I think the Rams loss was a fluke. They just didn't look excited to be there.
Well, I think the Vikings are good.
Or the Vikings versus Lions.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Lions. Well,
Yeah, let's do Lions.
I feel like just because the only reason I say that is because that has a little bit more playoff implications.
Yeah. I would say Lions Vikings.
All right,
Vikings,
dumpster fire.
Lions, I should say.
Dumpster fire of the week. Are we going to keep it in division here and go Broncos versus Raiders, or do you want to do Jags versus Cards?
Broncos Raiders.
Oh yeah, give me that.
Okay.
Yep, I want to see Marshawn Lynch get weird.
All right, give me a second here.
Wait, who are the Bills playing? Just for shits and ooh, Bills Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to put that on the Walrus. I don't think he fucks up 2 weeks in a row.
No, I just wonder what the fuck the Bills are gonna do.
Hey,
All right,
Chiefs,
Chappers.
Give
Go ahead.
fucking Kareem
Cream
Hunt,
hunt the ball. Yeah, just do that.
Yeah, they're killing me
He's
with.
got to eat. All right.
Yeah.
Oh
what
my
the
god.
fuck are they doing? Like, are they worried
Browns,
that he's gonna
Bengals.
burn out?
I don't
Give him
know.
The goddamn ball.
All right, Chappers, you're going to lead us off with the NCAA Game of the Week, or Games of the Week. I'm sorry. Alabama, Auburn. Who you taking?
Alabama.
All right, I'm actually going to take Alabama, but there's something inside of me that is feeling some Auburn action.
It's just the gerbil I put in your ass.
Ooh, I like that. Catman.
Roll Tide.
All right. Chappers, Michigan versus Ohio State.
Ohio State. I don't know why we're picking
OH. I don't either because I'm going OH and Catman's going OH. So that's two.
I want to
this.
fuck them until their souls leave their bodies.
Vikings versus Lions. Chappers.
this. Let's go with the Lions.
Okay. It's in Detroit. I'm gonna go Lions as well. Catman, you sticking with the Vikings?
I am.
Okay, he's trying to get another point there. All right, dumpster fire of the week: Broncos versus the Raiders. Chappers.
Raiders.
I don't think Blackjack throws fucking snake eyes twice in a row, so I'm gonna go Raiders as well.
Brock Osweiler sucks.
He does. Catman.
I'll take the Raiders.
All right, so we only had
Swiss cheese.
We only had one differing pick this week, which was the Vikings-Lions game. We picked the same throughout.
Well,
We might have to
We're
make
gonna
some.
have lots of wrong picks.
Yeah, we might have to make some supplemental picks throughout the week.
I mean, I don't care as long as Ohio State wins.
Oh
Oh my God, the Cavs have 103 points in the fourth quarter just started. Sorry.
Holy
Very
shit.
exciting stuff.
Is this a goddamn All-Star game?
No, they're playing Detroit. They're up by 40.
Jesus.
LeBron,
I think that's.
take the rest of the night
I know. I
off,
was gonna say.
right?
I hope
Jesus
LeBron is not playing anymore.
He might be. And if he's not, he definitely should
Christ. Well,
take.
here we go.
He should take the night off and drink some Four Loko.
No. Nathan Peterman. You enjoyed? For whatever reason, your dumbass coach thought it was a good idea to play you. And in your brief stint, you had 14 pass attempts and 5 interceptions. But don't worry, because you got your 15 minutes of fame. You're never gonna see the field again. Just relax and revel with a nice cold Four Loko.
That was interesting.
You vultured